It's showtime!
You may not like science, but a certain TV series chemist has quite a few fans.
And if you like tasteful art, we've got something for you.
Turn up the volume, you're watching Buckeye Interview. I'm Alice Buck-i-nterview.
And I'm Alexandria Chapin, in for Asia Goare.
Welcome to Buckeye Interview, your source for entertainment news.
The Wexner Center is home to a lot of different art.
That's right, dance, music, and paintings are always making their debut there.
Well, another tasteful bit of art, the Wexner has a group of food trucks. Asia Goare has the story.
It's lunchtime here on campus, and that means it's time to fuel up.
Food trucks are hip, they are fast, but they still have great food, so it's more than like a McDonald's or something like that.
Food trucks aren't hard to find on a Saturday night, lined up outside the bars for easy sales. But a move made by the Office of Student Life is bringing those trucks to campus.
We used to work a lot of events at the Med Center, but we just wanted to get a foot in with OSU so we could sell ice cream around here.
But Jenny's isn't the only business trying to get an in with the students. A number of different options ranging from pitas to pizzas are making a pit stop on campus.
I got a beef brisket sandwich. I think it smelled delicious. I did look at all the food trucks, but this one really stuck out to me.
I really like food trucks. I like getting to experience different types of cuisine and not having to necessarily go very far to do that.
Students can't use their Buck IDs to curb their cravings just yet, but Student Life says that option's not off the table. The trucks will be parked outside the Wexner Center during the first Wednesday of the month, 11 to 1 p.m. For Buckeye TV, I'm Asia Goare.
So Alex, what's your favorite TV show?
You know my favorite show is Teen Mom.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think the ladies of Teen Mom won any awards, but the Emmys crowned the year's best shows at the 65th award ceremony.
Breaking Bad won Best Drama. The show had its season finale, and it's easy to see why it took home the Emmy for Best TV Show.
The show recently had its last episode, and let's see what students had to say about the series finale.
I thought it was amazing. Just really wrapped everything up. They brought old characters back in, and everybody that you wanted to see was kind of like in the last episode.
It was really satisfying. It didn't leave any open ends, and I was happy with the way things turned out. I thought it was a good conclusion overall. I wasn't completely surprised. There wasn't quite as much death as I was expecting, actually. I thought more people got out with happier endings than I thought.
And if you aren't ready for Breaking Bad to be over, you can bring parts of the set home.
An auction site called ScreenBid.com will be auctioning off about 250 items from the show, including the Jeep that Skylar drives. Get ready for girl power. Alexis Jones, a female empowerment activist and founder of I Am That Girl, will be holding a lecture on October 7th at the Union.
It doesn't need to be Valentine's Day for an excuse to cook a dinner for two. OUAB will host a cooking class on meals perfect for two in the Union October 9th.
Get your fill of pizza and pasta at the Italian Festival. It will be held at St. John the Baptist Italian Catholic Church, October 11th through the 13th.
Listen to the sounds of Detroit without leaving Columbus. A jazz and swing group called Hot Club of Detroit will perform October 12th at the Lincoln Theater. If you're in the mood to watch more independent or documentary films, the Gateway Film Center has the fix for you. Alice Buck-i-nterview tells us more.
The Gateway Film Center hosted the second annual Film Festival of Columbus, which featured 19 different independent films over an 8-day period.
Film festivals have a lot of different reasons for existence. Focal exists to sort of introduce the public to emerging filmmakers. You know, these could be the A-list directors of tomorrow, and you're getting to see their first or second works. So as you said, many of those have appeared at other festivals, Sundance, Tribeca, Toronto, these big festivals around the country.
The types of films had various different subjects, from a look into the world of computer chess, a girl who spent 11 years working for the Beatles, and a documentary that shows what the government and different corporations can learn about people through the internet.
I think my favorite film in the festival is The Trials of Muhammad Ali, which is a documentary about what Muhammad Ali went through throughout his life and throughout his career and post-career. And then also we have Cog, which is based on a short story by Dave Sedaris. So it's the first David Sedaris film or story to be adapted to the big screen. So it's really funny and witty and sort of a coming-of-age story. So that was another great one if people want to check something out.
Reporting for Buckeye TV, I'm Alice Buck-i-nterview.
With all this talk about movies and TV shows, it's only fitting that we hear from an expert.
Adam joins us once again for his VCR segment. Adam?
Hey, and welcome to VCR, Buck-i-nterview's very own movie segment. I'm your host, Adam Skov, and let's talk about movies. First, I'm going to rewind 2 movies. The first one is Don John, directed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the second one is Liberal Arts, directed by Josh Radnor. They're both movies that premiered at Sundance, and they're both directed by people who are normally considered actors. For Don John, I definitely liked it a lot. It was a strong directing debut for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It was fun and had an interesting social commentary. The plot of the movie is Joseph Gordon-Levitt is addicted to porn, so it's really funny. It's a good movie overall. A movie I didn't like so much was Liberal Arts, directed by Josh Radnor. The movie's about Josh Radnor. He's 30 years old. He returns to his alma mater and falls in love with a college-age girl. The movie just didn't feel sincere to me. I couldn't get the thought out of my head that Josh Radnor was Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. His acting range didn't seem to extend beyond that. And it kind of fell into the modern-day indie movie tropes like the manic pixie dream girl and the disillusioned man. It was okay, but nothing that I loved. So if I were to recommend one of the movies, I would say definitely go see Don John. What you just saw was a clip from the movie Short Term 12. This is a really tiny but powerful movie, and it's probably my favorite movie of the week and also my favorite movie probably of the month, last movie that I recently seen. It's directed by a guy named Dustin Cretton, who also wrote a short film called Short Term 12 that this is based off of. It stars Brie Larson, John Gallagher Jr., Keith Stanfield, and Caitlin Deaver. The description is a line staff of a foster care facility are led to confront their own issues while working with troubled kids. The things I liked about this movie was that the story was super engaging. I was focused the whole entire time, and it had a lot of ups and downs with the plot. It wasn't happy the whole time, it wasn't sad the whole time, and when they had jokes, they really earned it. It's not a comedy movie necessarily, it's more of a drama, but there were some good jokes in there. The characters were really rich and they all had nice backstories and they're multi-dimensional, very interesting to watch, and the acting really brought these characters to life. The only bad thing I would say about this movie, if there is a bad thing, is that there was a shaky camera like the whole entire time. This is my one pet peeve with movies, especially the lower budget movies, is that they just don't lock it down on the tripod. And me personally, I always get distracted by that. I know I went onto the IMDb page of this movie and some other people felt the same way. I can see why they do it. It's supposed to feel more natural, like a documentary, kind of bring you into the scene. And maybe it could give you some sort of an uneasiness that you feel like you're one of these troubled kids. But especially on the big screen, it takes me out of the movie. But that's like my only one gripe with the movie. It's like a fantastic movie, probably the best movie of 2013 I've seen so far. So if you go see a movie soon, please make it Short Term 12. I'm going to fast forward one movie for you this week. This movie is called Gravity, starring George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. The description is a medical engineer and an astronaut work together to survive after an accident leaving them adrift in space. This film is just getting crazy reviews at the film festival circuit. It's a 95% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, which is basically unheard of. And from what I've heard, it has a 17-minute opening shot without any cuts or anything. So it sort of changes the game when it comes to movies. This is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen. I'm very excited to see Gravity. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Go do yourself a favor and see some great movies. Back to you guys.
Well, that's all we have for you this episode of Buckeye Interview.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for even more entertainment news.
Thanks for watching and have a good day.
I can show you what you want to see and take you where you want to be.